Now, Peter Butterworth was known to legions of Carry On fans for his comic turns in the hit series. You remember that face so well. But before the comedy capers, he had played an extraordinary part in the Second World War.
Yes, newly released documents have revealed that Peter had been a code writer and even escaped a German prison camp, inspiring the classic film The Great Escape.
It's fascinating, this. David Sillitoe's been speaking to his son Tyler about these new discoveries.
The National Archive and an exhibition of the documents telling the story of World War II's prisoners of war.
You've got a photograph to show me here.
Including this newly discovered photograph, which has hidden behind it a secret.
Underneath it, hidden letter.
Oh, this is writing.
It is writing, it is indeed.
The photo, sent by prisoners, had a secret message in minuscule writing. And the exhibition reveals more about the men behind all of this, including one who went on to become a famous face in British cinema. If you're a fan of the Carry On films, you'll recognise him. Peter Butterworth.
Welcome to paradise.
Here in Carry On Camping. And here, Carry On Up the Khyber.
Don't worry, we'll save you some strawberry mousse. Right?
That's the new document that's been uncovered, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And for his son Tyler, the gradual release of his wartime records has been a revelation.
That's his ID paper, isn't it, from Stalag Luft 3?
Stalag Luft 3 is a famous one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's of course it's the one where the Great Escape took place from,
And also
the Wooden Horse Escape.
The Wooden Horse, for those who've not seen the film, was another famous escape when they tunnelled under a vaulting horse.
Are you honestly saying that Peter Butterworth of Carry On Up the Khyber was involved in both The Great Escape and The Wooden Horse?
Yeah, yes, he was.
Military? Me? Certainly not.
He played the daftest characters, and here he is,
Yeah.
part of MI9.
Yes, well, that's the other side that nobody knew about. He was working for British intelligence, code writing.
You're learning new stuff.
Yeah, all the time. Here at the National Archives, when they keep declassifying things, more things seem to bubble up. It's remarkable.
Did he talk about this to you?
No, he didn't. He did suffer from what we all now call post-traumatic stress disorder. But I didn't, obviously he never said this to my sister and I, but my mother told me about it, about things that happened, especially when they were married, right at the start of their marriage after the war, where he'd suddenly leap out of bed at night and throw himself on the floor and start hiding. And she had to barricade the bedroom door because the staircase was outside, and he would have... and then he'd get back into bed and just go to sleep. My mother would lie there wide awake for the rest of the night.
Well, here we are, girls.
And for fans of the Carry-Ons, it's worth noting there was another prisoner in Stalag Luft 3, Talbot Rothwell, who wrote the Carry-On scripts.
The humour kind of had its kind of start, its kernel, in this place, surrounded by watchtowers and guard dogs, but they worked out what made guys laugh.
Captain Keen.
And that was the funny thing. Dad played these kind of bumbling characters that was always getting things wrong. And there's this complete flip side of this man that was totally focused, writing code, working with his friends who were tunnelling on the other side of the compound, of the North Compound.
Repent ye before it is too late.
Having been through what he'd been through, I'm not surprised he had all sorts of different things going on in his mind and in his life. I mean, my mother told me that when they first bought the house that we grew up in, Dad would religiously put on a dressing gown and walk round the garden in the morning, every morning, because he could. Because here, he couldn't. And those are the sort of things he brought back with him. But I didn't know about all this till he was dead.
So when he was growing up, Dad was just an actor in some gloriously daft films. 50 years on, Tyler now knows rather more about his famous father. David Sillitoe, BBC News.
And now we all do. What an amazing story.
Yes, and to keep that quiet and not speak about it for so long.
Yeah.
Incredible.